high school, where did you picture yourself in 5 years?
In high school, you're asking me to remember a long time ago. But probably I would picture myself probably still in school. In 5 years, probably doing an internship somewhere at a hospital.
When I was in high school, I think where I pictured myself is my original plan wasn't education. It was actually, I started going to school for art. I want to be a commercial graphics. That's what I enjoyed doing, a lot of artwork and different mediums in art. So that was my original plan, was to do something with art.
I pictured myself getting a college education to be an elementary school teacher, and then eventually getting married and having a family and being a stay-at-home mom. That was my biggest dream.
When you were a teen, did you picture yourself to be where you are today?
I would have to say that this is probably pretty close to where I pictured myself. It took the long way around to get there, but for the most part, yes, this was my goal.
Not at all. I probably thought that about this age I would have raised all my family and would be enjoying my grandchildren.
I think I really didn't picture myself in education. Not once did it come across my mind. I knew I would have a family, but I just didn't know where. I grew up on the reservation. Middle school and high school, it was in the suburbs of Salt Lake City. Really didn't know, about the future.
What is a setback or disappointment that you've experienced in your life?
I think one of the things is, actually, I'll tell you this, is my first year at college. It started out great, but it didn't turn out so good because, I didn't go to classes, so I lost my scholarship. I think that's one of the setbacks. And I think the other one is just knowing that when I decided to go back to school, really it was hard because nobody really told me really how to get back into college, kind of thing. Because in high school the counselors helped me out and I went straight to college. A lot of different things, and I had a scholarship, so I really didn't have to worry about it. But when I decided to go back to school, I think that was one of the hardest ones. The biggest thing is just persevere. You just have to work through it. And then getting married and then making minimum wage, and you have to struggle. You have to struggle and make ends meet, and living on ramen noodles, different things. It's very minimal, and that was definitely tough, but I think working through it helps quite a bit. So
4 years into marriage, we lost our first son and buried him. 16 years after that, found out we were going to have a baby. Got all excited and then lost that one too. The doctors would tell us it's probably not going to happen. 20 years after we'd been married, we were able to have a child. My faith got me through that, but believed that all in all, his plan is bigger than mine. That's what got me through.
Not many people know this, but it took me 6 years to graduate with my bachelor's. So I was probably considered a non-traditional student.
So what did you do to overcome?
Well, fortunately, I had a support system, and I was able to get back into school and get my GPA back up. Got into the school I wanted to finish at.
If you could go back to teenage you, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say know what you believe. Be patient with the process, because there's going to be a lot of cloudy days where you think you cannot get through. But you have to know that every cloudy day the sun is still shining above there, even though you can't see it on those days, and to wait it out and to be patient and to stay strong.
Stay patient, have a positive outlook on everything, and know that failure is part of the growth process. Finish up quicker, get it done, start your life.
The advice I would give myself is that don't give up. It's going to be hard, but at the end, it's going to be worth it. I think if I look back at myself, I've made choices that were good and some were bad. But at the same time, I think I've tell myself that, hey, learn from those mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes. Overcome them. It's okay to struggle. That's part of it. But the other outcome of it is make sure you learn something from that outcome. The struggle part of it, you're going to learn and you're going to grow. And yes, there's going to be setbacks, but how you overcome those setbacks and disappointments is define who you are. You can't just give up and just not do anything about it. You have to get up, pick yourself up, and just keep going. It's at the end, it's worth it. When you look back, it's like, oh man, I did that.